You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Hopefully my microphone is on. There we go. So our digital version of your top headlines in a short, fast newscast, by the way. So we start in Lauderdale County, where a man is accused of running over his own brother with a car, killing him. According to the Lauderdale County Sheriff Joe Hamilton, Brandon Krakow was arguing with his brother Perry. A witness says Perry and another sibling left the car and then began walking along the side of the road. That's when Brandon hit Perry with his car and left the scene. A tip was made to law enforcement and Krakow was arrested and charged with manslaughter and leaving the scene. WAFF 48's Faith Delp is covering this story as we speak. You'll see more details coming up for you today at 4. Well, we now know the name of the man killed in a fatal wreck in Ider Monday morning. Authorities say 61-year-old Avery Weathers of Henniger was killed near the intersection of Alabama Highway 75 and County Road 134 after his motorcycle collided with a tractor. State troopers are still investigating that case. An investigation is underway after someone broke into a local high school and then stole several items. This actually happened at Bob Jones High School, and a spokesperson for Madison City Schools says an arrest was made and some of the items actually stolen were returned. As of now, it's unknown what was taken from the school or who was arrested. WAFF 48 is told more details are on the way, so be on the lookout as we learn more about this case.
Well, not as much rain the next few days. It's all about the heat. First alert weather days begin tomorrow and go through Thursday. Heat advisory now in effect from the National Weather Service as well. Here's what you need to know. High temperatures around 96 and 95, but the heat index about 104 to 106. And keep in mind, we're going to have a lot of direct sunlight too. So there's very little cloud cover and very little shower and thunderstorm activity. So there's very little break. And taking a look at the future heat index as we get into Thursday, this is 10:30 in the morning. It already feels like 96, topping out around 106 in the afternoon, and it doesn't let up much. Friday doesn't get much better, 103 around 1 o'clock. So please stay hydrated. You don't want to be a heat casualty because right now there's no relief, not even a breeze from a thunderstorm. Radar very quiet. Current temperatures, they're about where we thought they'd be, right around 94 Huntsville, 92 in the Shoals, and we'll take a complete look at that 10-day forecast, plus a look at the tropics, a little bit more development down there south in the Gulf.
All right. Well, an animal shelter is looking to expand its services and is hoping to find the right person to help. I'll tell you more about it after this quick break. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. An animal shelter in the Shoals is receiving a donation to help take care of the animals that just come through periodically. A retired doctor donated medical equipment like tools, surgical tables, and much more. Before these donations are installed, the shelter actually still needs a veterinarian to properly use them. Director of Florence Lauderdale Animal Services, Cheryl Jones, says having an in-house clinic and vet would keep the overpopulation of the shelter down by having on-site spaying and neutering.
For us, it means that, we're that much closer to being able to do it without having to outlay a bunch of money. If we can do that in-house, then we can, provide animals the care they need and not have to make decisions about who we can treat and who we can't treat.
If you or someone you know may be qualified and are interested in this job, it's currently posted on the City of Florence's website.
Tomorrow is a 48 First Alert Weather Day, sponsored by Mr. Reuter Plumbing for all your emergency plumbing services.
Hot and humid. The story isn't about the thunderstorms for a change. It's about the heat. Temperatures today in the mid 90s, feeling like 100 to 101. And there's just not much on radar, not even a breeze out there. 93 in Decatur, 92 in Muscle Shoals, 94 the warm spot in Huntsville and Athens, even 91 over in Fort Payne. As we get into Wednesday, our first alert weather day, 94 at 3. Actual highs around 96. Heat index around 104 to 106. We may get some relief by the weekend from rain. We've got a developing tropical depression down here in the northern Gulf. And what's going to happen, this area low pressure will move across Florida. And if it gets farther south into the Gulf, that's going to be more likely to produce a tropical storm. But the way it looks now, it's going to move due west and a big impact in Louisiana with a lot of rainfall there. Doesn't look like much right now, but it's over land. So once this area gets just to the east in the Big Bend area, we will definitely see a lot more rain from that. Here's a quick look as we kind of go back in time to this morning into the afternoon. And notice as we go to the evening hours, this is going to reemerge here out over open water. And that's where it may intensify just a little bit, that low level circulation. Most of the heaviest rain stays just offshore. So if you're traveling down to, say, Pensacola, Mobile, Orange Beach, now the rip current conditions will go up. And around here late tomorrow, could see some thunderstorms break the heat, but it's going to be a real close call. A lot of this is just north of us. And notice by Wednesday evening, New Orleans starting to feel some of that deep tropical moisture. This will likely stall out a little bit and slowly move to the north. The farther north it moves, of course, the better our chance for rain. Here's a look at that future heat index again. In the morning hours, it's still brutal out there. 80s, quickly changing to 105 or so Thursday afternoon. Same thing tomorrow afternoon. Here's your 3-day forecast. First alert weather days for heat. Make sure you're staying hydrated out there. 96 tomorrow, 95 Thursday, back to 93 with more thunderstorm activity on Friday. We'll complete that 10-day forecast coming up at 4, 5, and 6.
And then we will see you. This will do it for your Fastcast. We'll be here back online in just a few minutes with Before the 4 with AJ Weiss. And don't forget, we'll see you back at 4, 5, 6, and 10 tonight. We'll have you covered. Have a good afternoon.